Okay? Now, these are the 4 steps of the sale. Number 1, we're going to initiate, which means we're going to make contact. We're going to get the ball rolling. We're going to text message. We're going to phone call. We're going to send a video. We're going to reach out to somebody. The first thing we're going to do every day is we're going to initiate. And we're going to call that our hit list. Our hit list are people that we believe we can help with our services. Okay? Hit list are people we believe we can help with our services. And we're going to initiate that hit list. Sunday night by 7 p.m., every person in my company has to turn in their hit list to me. They're real names too. They can't just put, well, I'm going to call on mortgage originators. They have to put real names of real people with real phone numbers, and they say, these are the people we're going to be calling this week. Now, if you only have one product, now, I want to show you a point. The reason I create different products is so my sales team can create a hit list. Now, let me give you an example. This weekend, we have the Shout event at the Lodge. That's me, Tim Story, Sharon Lecter. That's for people that have been knocked down, want to get back up. How do you build toughness and resilience? And I brought in all these big-time people. That's a product. Everybody see that? Okay? Now, who has not been knocked down, beat up, looked over, screwed over in their lifetime? Raise your hand if you're one of those people. Okay, so guess what? Every one of y'all would be who? Hit list. Could we call on every one of you, yes or no? Okay, so we could say, who should we call on for this? We're going to call every monster producer, and we're going to expose them to this idea. Now they may not come to this idea. They may say, I'm busy, or I got something going on that Saturday, or whatever the case may be, or I don't know who Tim Story is or Sharon Lecter is. So then we create another product. And I say, well, okay, let's do 18 Summers. And 18 Summers is about how to grow a business without losing connection to your kids. Okay, now if you have kids and you're a hard-driving business owner, who wouldn't need to hear that from an expert in the word, yes or no? Okay, all right, now who can we sell it to? Anybody who's got kids that don't want to lose connection to their kids when they're growing their business. That's a different product. Everybody with me? Then I may say, well, I'm doing the $1 Million Coaching Summit. And the Coaching Summit is for people that want to speak, coach, train, lead. If you've ever wanted to write a book, share a message, get paid to share a message. Now, so what we do is we create a hit list, and we say these are people that we can help with our services. And we come in and we initiate a conversation on these different products. Now, I may be talking to you, Trey, and I may be listening to him and go, you know what, I thought he wanted this, but what he really needs is this. Okay? But it all started by me doing what? Actually talking to him and finding out what he needed. Which started by what? Me picking up the phone and initiating a conversation. Everybody see that? Now, Jim, you're in the restoration business, right? I've lived in this city for 20-something years. Brandon and I were roommates in college. We lived in Colony House Apartments. Any of y'all ever lived in Colony House Apartments? Okay, all right. Reminds me of going back and being broke, not having any money, living in crappy apartments, right? Do you know how many restoration companies have ever called on me in my lifetime? 0. Now, so when I had a restoration problem not long ago, I called my insurance person, Will Webb. Will Webb introduced me to you. Does that make sense? Now, at some point in life, how many of you are going to have a problem where you need a restoration company at some point? You're going to have a flood, you're going to have this, you're going to have a problem. Now, if I ran a restoration company, I'd have somebody all day long calling on people saying, hey, when you do have a problem, I know you don't have one right now, but when you do have one, let me tell you what we can do better than anybody else. Now, I'm going to build a relationship with you. I'm going to be here for you. And when you have a problem, I don't want you to think of anybody else in this city except me. And I'd spend a portion of my day, every day, initiating that conversation. Does that make sense? Now, your hit list may be insurance people. Your hit list may be successful people. Your hit list may be business owners. Your hit list may be wealthy people. I don't know who's going to be on your hit list, but every single person needs to come into the day with a what? Hit list. Lauren Sparks, you need to go after everybody in Rutherford County that's got an income of $100,000 to $250,000 and above, because those are the kind of people put in swimming pools. And they don't put in above ground pools, okay? So your hit list needs to be, boom, who would I be going after? Hey, I'd be going after monster producers. But better yet, I'd be going after the 25K and above monster producers, because they got disposable income. Everybody understand where I'm going with this? What's the opposite of this? Go to work and do what? Wait on something to happen. And it's going to happen right now because we're in a good economy. People need your services. There are problems. But I don't like playing defense. When I was a basketball coach, I knew if we scored 80 points a night or 70 points a night, we're going to win. Right? If we score 40 points a night, no matter how good we are at defense, it's hard to win. Well, playing offense in your business is calling on people, initiating. So the first step of the sale is initiate. Everybody understand what that means? So you, if you were turning into me this Sunday night, your hit list, see, you guys get to work and y'all have a list of people to call, right? Yes or no? Where does that list come from? Okay, internet leads. Somebody pay for those leads? Of course they did. Now, what if he turned off those internet leads? How many of y'all get leads where the company provides leads for you? Okay, what if one day they walked in and said, we're not paying for these? Times are tough, we're cutting back on our budget. Now what would you do? So who would you call on? Family, friends, associates, people you go to church with, people you know. That's how you need to think. You don't need to think this is just given to me. You need to think, thank you for these leads, but I don't need these leads because I got my own networks of people that I'm going to call on. I'm going to initiate. The second piece of this is going to be disarm through connection. What did we learn through the presidential election about having money but no connection? What did Mike Bloomberg learn? Don't matter if you got $10 billion. If you can't connect to people, you can't win. Everybody agree with that, yes or no? He thought because he had $10 billion that he's just going to walk in the presidential election, he's just going to whip everybody. But when they put him on that debate stage and he couldn't connect to people and he couldn't talk to people and he couldn't relate to people, he ain't winning. Everybody follow me here? Most people, when they're selling, don't know how to connect to people. So how do you connect? We're going to show you today how to use the DISC profile or how to use personality profiles to understand how to connect to people, because I made this mistake for years. I sold to people the way I wanted to be sold to. Right? I'm a high D, which means don't waste my time, come prepared, give me 3 options, and I want you to give this to me in less than 15 minutes. So I would just come at people and just like, boom, Stevie, let's go. Stevie, let's go. Well, if he's a high C personality, if you study their personality under stress, high Cs do what? They withdraw. They shut down. So I'm in there trying to sell people the way I want to be sold to, so I'm pushing them and pushing them. And the more I push them, the more they're doing what? The more they're pulling away from me. When you understand the personality profiles and you understand your personality profile, you're going to sell to people in a different way. Some people need a lot of information. They need to be told the same thing. They need a lot of testimonials. They need a lot of assurance. Some people want to say, hey, here's my problem. Give me the solution. Let's go. I don't want to talk about it. So I'm going to show you how to understand that today. Third piece is locate a significant problem. Now, why would I put significant in there? It's not just locate a problem. Why would I have to locate a significant problem? That's right. They will not pay money to solve the problem unless it's a significant enough problem. Everybody understand that? So you got to locate a problem. Okay, y'all are in the mattress business, and you know we got a new baby on the way in June, a new baby boy, a little baby monster, and now I got a problem. Now I got to take one bedroom down, set up a new bedroom. Right? We need new furniture. We need new stuff. When that problem happens, I'm only going to think the people that are at the top of my mind, right or wrong? Because I got a problem and I need a solution. I'm only going to think about the person. What if there was one furniture person in town that's calling on me constantly? Hey, coach, when you have a problem, when you need anything, come see us. What if there's one person staying in my life and that's the only person I think of? Okay? You got to locate a problem that they are willing to spend money on. And step 4 is you got to offer a compelling solution. Now, when I go into any sales call, this is my mindset. I'm going to initiate. I'm going to disarm through connection, meaning I'm going to try to connect to you. I'm going to locate a problem, and I'm going to bring you a solution. Now, you may say on the phone, sounds great, let's go. But then what happens to a lot of people? Then they get scared. Then they say, I got to think about it, sleep on it, pray about it. Because we're in the South, and we got to pray about everything, right? Now, and I doubt that many people tell you they got to pray about it, actually do pray about it. They just tell you they got to pray about it, right? Now, here's the thing. Bonus part is you got to keep attention for a concentrated period of time. Okay? Our stance today is we want to offer a compelling product. We're going to go for 2 weeks hard and follow up with you. And then we're going to say, if you don't want to make a decision in 2 weeks, it seems like you don't want to do it. We're going to try to take it away from you. We're going to try to condense the time period that we follow up with people to 2 weeks. Okay, two hard weeks, all right? Then we're going to have multiple products to offer. That's the point there. And then we got to bring to a decision. How many of you struggle, say people struggle with making a decision with you? They struggle, right? They struggle making a decision. They struggle saying yes. They struggle buying something. They struggle spending money. So let's take a look at this. Now, if you have a problem getting people on the phone, it's because people have put you in a low status position. This is where the concept of person of interest comes in. Status is achieved by interest. Now, I was reading something the other day about how they sew Beats. You know, they come up with this idea of Beats, you know, headphones. And the person that came up with it, you know, had to sell it to another person, then they had to sell it to another person, and then they decided to call on Best Buy. And they literally had to get in touch with the CEO, schedule a meeting, go in and make their pitch. They did this during the recession. People said nobody's going to spend $300 on headphones during the recession. So they had to initiate hit lists. Now, what's the value of somebody like Dr. Dre walking into that meeting with status? Has he got status, yes or no? Okay, last month in my coaching program in Houston, Matthew Knowles came. You may not know Matthew, but you know his daughter, Beyonce. And he came, sat on the very front row. And he told me, I spent my whole life making my daughters famous. I'm ready to be famous now. His daughter's worth $1 billion. He wants to write his own books, speak. He said, Coach, you can help me because I want to go out and do what you're doing right now. Here's a guy here's what I want to know from him. How did you raise those kids? What schools did they go to? How did you coach them? How much did they practice? Right? What do you know that we don't know? Okay? So for you, when you're thinking about it, when he walked in the room in Houston and people found out it was Beyonce's dad, who had status then? So how does status help you sell? People take your phone call. People take your meetings. If you don't have status, now how do you create status? We covered this last month. Power, wealth, or celebrity. What if you don't have power, wealth, or celebrity? Then you got to create local star power. And how do you create local star power? These ways. You're highly likable. You got great energy. You got impeccable skills. You're considered an immediate asset. Like when you get on the phone, it's like, man, this person's got some pop. They're impressive, right? Because I didn't know you, and now all of a sudden I do know you. Now, let's take step one and we're going to break it down. Step one of the sale. Look at the word initiate, to begin, get going, or originate. Do you think most people come into the day with a hit list already prepared? Yes or no? Most people do not come into the day with a hit list prepared.